In my opinion, he was the greatest of all time before the Super Bowl because of the 28-3 comeback against the Atlanta Falcons 2 years prior in the Super Bowl. And when he came back in overtime and won that game 34-28. So I think he definitely deserves his credit for that. And I think this win definitely secures it for him as his legacy. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, for people like myself and for our listeners maybe who don't follow the NFL, what makes Tom Brady so good in which he's been this successful with the Patriots? Because I remember when I was growing up, Patriots were winning Super Bowls in the 2000s as well as they are now with the same quarterback.
Yeah.
So what's made them so good over this time? Is it because of sources as well? Or?
Well, I think it's mainly because of the adaptability that he has as a player. Not just on the field but off the field as well. He takes his time. Today he'll be going off to Disneyland with.
Why is that a thing?
With Edelman. It's just a thing.
Do you remember the Simpsons episode when he says, "I'm going to Disneyland," and then the tall guy goes, "Yeah, I've heard really bad reviews about that place."
So he'll be going off to Disneyland with Edelman because he was the MVP of the game, so they'll get a parade there, and then they'll go back to Boston on the Tuesday, and they'll have a parade there in Boston as well. But straight away on that Wednesday afterwards, Tom Brady will be in his film room, watching film from this game, analysing it, looking at the mistakes that he made, what he made right, what the defenses looked on that occasion, and things like that. And he'll be analysing and critiquing himself from this moment on. And he's approaching 42 years old, so it just goes to show what kind of player he is. I'm sure a bunch of other quarterbacks in the league do that kind of thing as well, but no one really does it quite like him. There's a really interesting documentary on Facebook about him from last season, which was the Super Bowl that he lost against the Eagles, and throughout that whole season as to how he built himself up to where he went, and it really shows his dynamic of his family life. Because
he took that defeat really hard as well, didn't he?
He did, and it was a situation where his wife, Giselle, who's the Brazilian supermodel, was essentially saying, you've lost this one, you can hold your head up high and walk out, but he was basically like, I can still go, so I'm going to keep on going. And I think that's the case with Brady. Everyone could talk about how he's 42 years old, but this guy trains like he's Cristiano Ronaldo in a sense. He has he has his own fitness coach and personal coach that comes to the games, and it's such a close knit relationship that some of the players in the past for the Patriots have been ignoring their own team physios and head coach and health coaches in order to approach the personal coach of Tom Brady, and it's caused conflict in the team and things like that. And Belichick's banned Alex Guerrero, his name is, from some of the team's facilities in order to make sure that the team stays a close knit, because he has that kind of interlude. But the fact that his teammates are going to Alex Guerrero in order to receive treatment just goes to show how much of a role model Tom Brady is for the game, because of how he looks after his body, eating the right things, stretching at the right times, taking the right treatment after the game and things like that. And the proof is in the pudding for him, because he's playing at 42 years old and he's just won a Super Bowl.
What kind of pudding would that be?
For him, it's probably some sort of avocado mixed pudding, because he's not really a fan of sugar or anything like that. He doesn't even have fruit sometimes, because
it's just not living life on the edge. You can win 6 Super Bowls, but you're not living life on the edge. Before we wrap up, Tom Brady is, as we've mentioned already, the most successful player in NFL. And when you mention his age as well, this strikes me comparing him to the likes of Tiger Woods and Roger Federer, who were the best at their sport.
Oh, I think he's above them. Yeah.
Where would you rank Tom Brady then? Because obviously, Michael Jordan was big in America as well.
The problem with Michael Jordan, he never really did anything late in his career. It was all early on. And I think that's what separates Tom Brady from him. Same with Tiger Woods. Never really did he win a Masters late in his career?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't won a major in 11 years now.
Yeah, and Roger Federer still going on. But when was the last time he won a title? Was it start 2018, wasn't it?
Year,
yeah. So if he's able to win a couple of titles between now and the end of his career, then maybe could put him on parallel with Federer in terms of sporting achievements. But in truth be told, I think Tom Brady has to be looked at as the greatest athlete of all time in terms of sport, because of how he looks after himself, the longevity of his career, and the fact that now we're talking about him at 42 years old and he's just won the Super Bowl, which is the highest achievement that you can get in the NFL.
I don't know. Gordon Banks kept going until he was 50, but